Too bad I have other plans in mind. Ma doesn't know it, but I'm going to be a scientist. I want to work with animals, big ones like elephants, maybe even live halfway across the world. It's weird, I know. The only elephants I've ever seen were in the zoo. But we have the National Geographic Channel, so I know they're smart and they can feel and hear things that people can't. They can keep a herd's whole history, all the good and the bad they've ever seen, in their memory. If I told this to Ma, her screams would touch the sky. Elefantes? She'd nag about malaria and the smell of dung I'd never get out from under my nails. She'd ask me what kind of decent girl is interested in elephants, and so on. It's times like these I wish I were Leela's daughter instead. Not that Ma doesn't love me, or that Leela likes elephants. It's just that Leela doesn't bother me. She's never had kids of her own, thank God, so she doesn't have the slightest idea of what's good for me. She doesn't ask me if I've done my homework or where I've been. When Ma works late, we fill up on butter cookies for dinner and watch the good shows that Ma calls trash. If I were Leela's kid, life might actually be fun. Forget smelling flowers, Leela said. A pretty girl like you, boys will be sending you roses of your own. Then she wiggled her eyebrows. The good news is you'll have your own room. Just think, now you'll have privacy. Every 16-year-old girl needs that. She's not 16 yet, Ma muttered. A few weeks, Leela said, winking. I looked around at the packed boxes and felt my throat go dry. I already hated the new apartment and Daniel Jones High School. I hadn't felt this bad since Mitzi's moving van pulled away from our street. But I held my tongue. Getting my own room was the only shining piece of good news in this whole thing. It meant I wouldn't have to share a sofa bed with Ma, who snores and takes my covers. Still, the pretty part was ridiculous. I've never been one of the pretty girls. Mitzi is the good-looking one, all curvy like a guitar. I'm tall and skinny. My eyes are wide set and the color of mud. Joey Halper says I look like a toad, presumably now one with a booty. Sometimes he croaks "ribbit" from his window when he sees me outside and wants to say hello. That's right, Ma said. Your own room. No more lumpy sofa bed. She paused over a bowl with a melted rim. Maybe now you won't slouch. Through the window, I could see the empty lot next door and the bowl of milk I had left there that morning. I moved the jade elephant on my chain back and forth nervously. Sometimes the sound of my necklace makes me feel calm. What's going to happen to the kittens? I asked. The mother tabby I'd been feeding near the cellar had been roaming with a low belly for days. She'd grown to the size of a raccoon. The litter would come any day. I thought of what could happen without me. Dogs, the cold, rotten kids, even the super with a shovel. He's an idiot that way. Cats are wild at heart, mi amor. They figure out how to survive. Leela came to the window and closed her hand around my cold fingers. Now give me a hug. Good things are waiting for you, Pitty. I promise. This has been Yaqui Delgado Wants to Kick Your Ass, Chapter 2, Part 2.